All right, so back to this. Um, yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't even remember where he left off, but yeah, the mod's moving, we're rolling. It's the second, so I believe we have slightly less than 2 weeks now in order to complete this. And honestly, I'm not sure it's going to happen. We may not be able to do it. I don't think it can be done, but at the very least, I want to get the good ending. Uh, before I have to leave. That way if we have a Thanksgiving break, then I can come back and then replay through the rest. But at the very least, I want to get the good in it. And again, it's seeming like we're on track for that. Given that we got this achievement, um, yeah, given that we got this achievement, it's making it seem as though we were supposed to do this, right? And because I was wondering, right? Oh, is that something we're supposed to do? Are we supposed to go through all the rooms? Because there isn't an indicator, right? I mentioned how, oh, I was really hoping it would have said something like, I felt like I did everything I could, as opposed to like, oh, is that all I could have done? As was the case like after we explored the first three rooms, and the fourth one I was hoping it would change but didn't. But again, since we got this achievement, that is an indicator that, oh yeah, we're supposed to do that. And again, I believe it was definitely the right decision. Like having the final one that we do, because again, it may not actually, because again, given that there was no change in the MC's text, it may just be just the one room that we leave off of. And then again, this was definitely the right room given the MC's what he said to Sayori, that yeah, it's pretty bad. So that's again, whatever he saw in the closet, that's what that's referencing to, and that this was the room we needed to leave off of. But again, still the right decision to go through all the rooms, even if it may not have an actual impact besides just that one room. So then yeah, we also have this, so we're not using custom start. So yeah, now okay, so yeah, we finished Yuri's arc, we're in the process of Natsuki's arc. So maybe the arcs come one after another, because I was thinking it may be something like, oh, maybe it's like more of like a route based mod or route system where you have to go one person's arc, or you have to choose which arc you go on. But no, it seems like these are one after the other, so it's just one long arc with all four of them, or it's one long mob with all four of them. And we're in the process of or we're in the we're not the process. We're in the middle of Natsuki's arc, and then it'll be Sayori's arc, and then Monika's arc. So yeah, and then the special day event may be sort of the finale. That may be whatever event is happening, or whatever school event's happening in 2 weeks. So yeah, and then quite possibly uh these like events are probably more closely related to like the poem mini game, and whoever's route you go on the poem mini game. But again, that's just my speculation. It's a good point to like, since we've actually gotten some achievements now, to like take a step back, to pause, take a step back, and then look at the achievements, because now we have an idea of how this arc system, or how these arcs are going. And then again, with this likely being the finale, and then again, these probably being more so related to the poem mini games. And again, this is not even sure if this will be possible in one playthrough, but just making like, this will presumably, we'll get that once we get all of these. So, and then again, okay, so this we has already happened. The play has already happened, but uh yeah, this is probably a bad ending for it. And again, there are some unknowns here. Uh, yeah, and then this will probably happen if we end up going Sayori's, what's it called? If we end up writing poems for Sayori, but that's weird because she does know, since she is sentient. So maybe it's something completely different or entirely different. I don't know. And again, Natsuki's play. Okay, so that's coming up. Yeah, very obviously. And again, yeah, we have bringing the whole family back, which is something that hopefully we'll be able to do during Natsuki's arc. Yeah, the truth. So the MC, it's seeming like this may be an inevitability rather than something we'll have to actively go out and do. Um, and then yeah, these are presumably during Monica and Sayori's arcs. So probably some the like pinnacle or like the keystone event for their arcs. And then yeah, this may be like some sort of side quest. We already got this. I have no idea what this is in reference to, nor this. Yeah, this is probably like the, and then these are some more secret ones. So, but yeah, besides that, getting back into the mod, definitely glad we got that achievement, and definitely glad the MC said that to Sayori, or else otherwise it wouldn't have known if what we did was correct or not. And that's been a theme throughout this mod, where you make decisions that you don't know about until later on, which is a good thing. Like that's not a bad thing by any means. Like that's 100% a good thing. So it's good to, it's just it's good to know that it makes it not harder, but it makes like the choices you make more what's it called? It makes it more suspenseful. Like you just don't know. It makes it like seem more real. Like it has a higher, what's the term? There's more at stake, there's more on the line. So definitely, as opposed to just making a choice and immediately knowing about whether it's right or wrong. Say it back to here and again. This is exactly when I got this achievement, and that's where I stopped it. But yeah, hopefully we can at least get one more in this part. Sayori said it's important that I do this. Do what? I wasn't aware she knew I could talk to you like this. Okay. I guess, well, because here's the thing. It'll be interesting to see how, because clearly after Natsuki's route, we're just going immediately into either Sayori or Monica's route, probably Sayori's. It'll be interesting to see how their relationship evolves, not only throughout Natsuki's route, but especially once we get into their routes. Because again, we've been seeing, what's it called, the tension and the disagreement like sort of start to surface, like start to bubble. Like we've seen the cracks, right? So, and they've both recognized that. Everyone's recognized, or like us three, since we're the ones running the show. But yeah, like it's interesting, and that's probably the most interesting part of this mod so far, along with Natsuki's home life. Because again, I mentioned, even though I'm a Monica fan, like that, if that wasn't obvious, like one of the most interesting parts in like story mods like this are Natsuki's family, Natsuki's home life, and how they do that. Like with like specifically her father and mother, if again we know, and as will be the case in this one. But given that they're not main characters, they are only, in fact, they don't even appear in the original game. It's only like the impact, they only exist because of the impact they have on one of the main characters. But if they bring him in the spotlight, bring him into the picture, then it's very interesting to see how mod makers do that. So, but I guess it doesn't matter. I didn't really intend on hiding this from her. Both of us just want to help. I mean, that is the case. Anyway, she sent me a message that I should go to Raven's house. Okay, so wait, where are we again? Did he go? I think he just went to sleep, right? Okay, yeah, he just did. All right, so that'll be the next day or the following day. So I went there as fast as I could. It's just me, no Sierra Rain. Well, I mean, we're in the void, but I think even if there were both of us here, we want to talk about the same thing. I mean, yeah, because clearly, I assume it's about Natsuki. It's about whatever we found in the closet. We as the player don't know what it is, but presumably everyone else does, which is Natsuki. Again, just let me just check what you found at her house. I don't even know. Like, if she's asking us, the player, we don't know. Wait, you did that thing Sierra talked about, didn't you? Saving the strawberries or whatever? The thing with the saves? I mean, we tried, and I assume we did since we got that achievement, so. I meant strawberries. Why didn't the game break for a second? That's a good question. Who knows? Doesn't that usually happen when Sayori says it? Maybe it's different when Monica says it, because she's not the club president. In fact, arguably, she shouldn't even be sentient right now, much less have her powers and abilities. But that's just something, it's probably the portrait of Markov. It's a double-edged sword, right? It's clearly, influencing her, having an impact on her, right? An effect or whatnot. But it's also probably what's enabling her to do this stuff, like with her powers and abilities and still having her sentience. That's weird. Anyway, you searched through her whole house, didn't you? We did. There's only one clear memory inside Raven's head. Again, that's the important one, the one of the closet. Let's see. There's like these fragments or something. I can't really remember. And those are the rest of the rooms. Well, not properly anyway, but he can sort of recall what happened. I can kind of read them. It's pretty hard to explain. Anyway, I'm sure that was probably the right thing to do. And so it seems like we're on perfect track here, and that we were supposed to go through all the rooms, but end off with the one with the closet, since that was the one that he was able to talk with Sayori about and had whatever that we as the player don't know inside it. We're trying to learn what we can about Natsuki so they can find the best way to help her. Well, I assume that's what Sayori's plan is. That's what she was trying to do for Yuri. So, I mean, it makes sense to do the same for her. Anyway, I'll try to learn what I can. I know that there's one thing that Raven saw there. We don't know. We actually don't know as the player. He didn't want to describe. We don't know. So if she's asking us, she's straight out of luck. And I can't really blame him. I wasn't really there, but what he saw, I don't fucking know what he saw. It was pretty disturbing. I don't know what it is. I'll tell you more about it if the time ever comes, because it's better you don't know. Why would it be better? Is it like it's got to be something stupid? Because I suspected like, oh, maybe it's her father straight chilling, but now, but now Monk is making it seem as though it's better is if us, the player, doesn't know. So then that raised the question: what could that possibly be? Maybe it's like I don't know, fucking something weird. Just I don't. I don't even like I can't even start to guess what it would be like. And again, this is just like this is good on this mod. Like that's a good thing. Like again, how I was talking about earlier, it's a good thing that the mod doesn't immediately let us know whether we made the right decision or not, because it makes our decisions more, it puts more weight on our decisions. And now it's like putting more emphasis on this, given that we don't know it and we can't even start to think about what like I don't know what it'd be. Like my best guess would have to be like a fucking alternate timeline, like fucking, it would have to be like a clone of one of us. That's all I could guess. Because here's the thing, my original thinking was, oh, it's Natsuki's mother, right? But the thing is, like, one of the achievements is reuniting the family, so she has to be alive somehow, so it can't be her. And then I was thinking, oh, Natsuki's father just straight chilling sleeping, but that that wouldn't be like it wouldn't be okay. It's weird, but it's not like at the level that the MC described it at, much less us as the player not needing to know. So my best guess is it'd have to be like a clone from like a fucking alternate timeline or something like that. I don't know. Like that's my guess, like something stupid that we wouldn't be able to anticipate or predict. There's also a room with nothing in it except blood marks. Okay, so she's aware of that. So it was definitely good that we went through all of the rooms, since she specifically talked about this one. That's the one I was also suspicious of. It was between those two, that and then the one room that seemingly has some secret in it that we don't know. Wonder what that's all about. Then the two living rooms. Yeah, one of them clearly gets used more often than the other. And the other one is like the MC is dead set on there being some secret in there. You can tell because one is complete spots while the other is bottles of alcohol everywhere. So I don't think you missed anything. Okay, good. Except the room that Natsuki went into herself again, and that was clearly the one with her father. Well, actually, no, it wasn't her father because he came back late. Oh, yeah, so it definitely wasn't her father then. Honestly, if my best guess would be Natsuki's mother's corpse, and that somehow she gets revived, and that's what leads to that ending where what's it called, it leads to that ending where or at least that achievement where they bring the family back together. Maybe we need to jump in our timeline in order to make it happen. I can see that. And then especially because that was Natsuki's mother's room with all the manga or whatever, because we know that's where she gets that character trait from. So honestly, my best guess at this point, fuck the clone. Like it's got to be like Natsuki's mother somehow. Like, but then that raised the question of how do we get the achievement where we bring the whole family back together? Maybe she's like frozen, like she's dead, but like frozen somehow until she can be revived. I don't know. And my best guess would be Natsuki's mother. Don't know how, that would relate to the achievement, but that's my best guess. Let's see. Are you worried? It will be fine. I just want to know what it is. After all, we're doing this together. I just want to know what it is. Hopefully we can learn in this part. Sorry they don't give me chances to talk outside of this. I'm trying my hardest behind the scenes to make sure Natsuki turns out okay. I just want to know what it is. I wonder what I'd be doing if it wasn't me. Probably messing everything up for you again. Sorry, I know I shouldn't be thinking like that. It was probably the most positive thing on my mind right now. It's getting a little difficult matching all, especially with the book's influence. But every time you write a poem, every time you choose a word meant for me, I just feel stronger, even if it's for a little while. And again, this is making me think that it was good that we were writing poems for her since the beginning. I probably sound really weak, and maybe I am. I'm relying on someone choosing words out of a game just to hang on. What does that make me? The only reason that I'm me is because someone else is doing something for me. It's kind of pathetic, right? I don't know what this feeling is. It's like I want to stop helping you to stop helping me. Well, I mean, we're in this together. But at the same time, I need to know you still care for me. Why am I feeling this way? There's an obvious answer, isn't there? You're probably thinking it's the book again, right? Maybe it is. Maybe that's what's causing me to feel so bad about myself, because the MC still hasn't fucking gotten rid of it yet. Like it wants me to give it up. I'm trying to tell myself that's the reason. And it's not me being worthless, but I can't help but feel like I am. If I just surrender and everything will be okay and I'll be worth something again. That's not how it works, because you know specifically the opposite. But that's just the easy way out. I'm obviously holding on to me for a reason. So I'm not worthless, am I? I've got you. And you obviously think I'm not worthless. Especially if you're willing to listen to me ramble. I just want to fucking know what it is. Like, I'm being honest. I want to know what's in that closet. I want to stop trying to think like this. For your sake and mine. I don't want to keep you worrying about me when there's more important stuff. Oh well. Maybe there's still nope. She's like, all right, gotta get the fuck out of here now. Monica, what are you doing in here? What? You're awake. That's Monica paused for a moment to think. I was like, I thought she was gonna fucking disappear, but no, she just stayed there. It was like, it's like, don't worry about it, right? You left your front door open. She stares directly at me. Haha, what do you mean? Why and how are you in my house? You left the front door open, dumbass. You invited me over, remember? Suddenly I'm getting this feeling within me to accept what Monica is saying is true. Wow, second time? Her third time's a charm. It's like there are memories of me doing that, but for some reason I can't remember. They really invite her over. He just wakes up. He's like, damn, am I late? When did I do that? She has no reason to lie to me, so it might just be my bad memory acting up again. I'm wondering why he's fucking getting up and she's there. Like, not even like the day, just like as soon as he wakes up. Well, I don't exactly remember inviting you over to my house, but I probably did. Do you know the reason? You probably just wanted to talk about the manga or the club, maybe. You weren't really clear about it. I see. Well, do you want to head downstairs and cook us a snack or something? He needs to get the fuck out of bed. He's literally just chilling in bed right now. Like, okay, downstairs. As we go downstairs, I feel like it's completely normal for Monica to be here. Good, that's good. Though I'm still unsure on the exact reason why. Something tells me I shouldn't question it, but I can't help but. So what you plan on making for me? She's like, damn, I'm fucking hungry. Start making something. Well, do you have any preference? I don't really know much about what you eat. Vegetarian? Well, I'm actually a vegetarian. Wow. I didn't know that. Yeah. I'm just doing my part to reduce the amount of pollution in our world. I just say fuck that. Like I just well, actually, to be fair, my carbon footprint is pretty low. And that's because I don't have my own POV. That's what's the like it's having a POV and then how often you fly. Those are like the two biggest things that impact your carbon footprint, or like the two massive things. It's kind of like when you're budgeting, the biggest things are your house and your car. Like those two outweigh anything else combined. Same thing with carbon footprint. You know, how much you use your own POV and how often you fly outweighs anything else. So I just say, like, if I can reduce that as much as possible, then I'm good to do whatever else like I want, pretty much. Just because, you know, you working on those two will do more than anything else. It's kind of a problem there. We only care about killing things that we can relate to as a species. I mean, we kill ourselves. Like, what do you mean? Like, most of us are fine with killing bugs and we kill billions of microorganisms every day. But you're not, like, you can't not do that. Like, like with the microorganisms. And then the bugs, like, okay, yeah, sure. You can make that argument. But there's also billions of bugs as well. So it's kind of different, though, is it? Is it really? If those things were a little bit bigger, it's murder. And people murder all the time. Like, I'm just saying, we're pretty a biased species. If you think about it, all of the species are biased. Like, you have to be biased towards your own species for your own species survival specifically. Like, that's how it is in nature. Like, you wouldn't not prioritize your own species, like even at the expense of every single other species, right? Like, the only difference is that we're excel at it. Like, we're the best at it, like as humans or whatnot. So yeah, like people make it out to be like some sort of complicated thing. It's what we do is really not that much different. It's just on a much more grander scale, like like unseen before. Like, it's the biggest scale as of now and as of always. So it's just, again, like, don't like read too much into it. Don't, worry too much about it or like think too much about it, because it's the same but different. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. I'm not an expert on this subject. I'm just rambling. I suppose we are. Still, I won't judge you for what you eat, and I won't judge you either. We're just worried about what's happening to our world. That's all. We know she's worried about that in more ways than one. You have to agree it's a pretty big problem, isn't it? I guess so. I mean, we need to keep this fucking world alive, but I know I can't change the whole world. Not anymore. But it starts with one person, does it? It's true. Well, it starts with a group of people. If I can influence our people to do the same, then maybe the world will become a better place. If everyone thought like me, then the world would be a perfect place. It actually would be, though. Like, regardless of what you think, if everyone was on sync, on the same page, then the world would be pretty nice. It's the differences in people, again, the tension, the conflict, the butting heads, the clashing of ideals is what breeds that, right? But if everyone was on the same page, even if it was a pretty bad page, then hey, at the very least, everyone will be on the same page. Suppose it is, but I have to have ideals. It's like some sort of goal to work towards. Do you know what I mean? Sort of. You've kind of gone off topic from cooking. Yeah. What the fuck? So you're gonna start cooking or what? It was interesting to hear Monica's thoughts and learn more about her. So I didn't really mind. Anyway, what do you want to eat? I'm not really sure what vegetarians eat. Vegetables, you fucking dumbass. Aside from not meat, vegetables. Well, you're not wrong. Do you have some fruit or vegetables? Damn it. The MC is like actually brain dead. Like that's probably why the book possessed him so easy. I'm sure you have enough to make a simple salad at least. Like just like whatever, like not meat. Like that's actually like there's a lot of stuff that isn't meat. It's not like only vegetables. I said that as a joke, but like the MC saying not meat, like that's the answer, and he should do something about it, right? Like I said this before. I could probably go vegetarian, but not vegan, just because I can't really give up dairy and like or well, no, I'm not even sure, and I can't give up dairy. I don't think I'd be able to give up eggs. Like it's just such a good like food. Like I could probably go vegetarian, but not vegan. I don't think it's happening. Well, vegetarian is even gonna happen. Like I would need like the resources to make it happen, which I don't have. But yeah, that's kind of besides the point. I haven't actually had the time to go shopping. So he just doesn't have food or do anything at all lately. So there's no food. So I don't have a lot of stuff that Mako would actually eat. You have a salad? Well, it's okay. I know you've been busy, so it's probably a bit unreasonable of me to ask you if you have food, if you do have food lying around. And why would you? It's not like you remembered you invited me. That's true. Sorry, I know it's my fault that I messed up. Is there any way I can make it up to you? Maybe we could go to a cafe or something. That's not that bad of an idea. It's like thinking about that's actually a pretty good idea. The youngster is actually smart for once. Did you ask me on a date? Yeah. No. Well, here's the thing. Like, regardless of his answer, what's your answer going to be, right? My answer to that question is irrelevant. What's your answer? Yeah, I just actually asked. Did I just accidentally just ask Monica on a date? Is this what the fucking Is this? Are we literally going to get the achievement for that right now? Is that what this is? Is so embarrassing. What are you gonna do? Fucking unask it? No. Like, yeah, what you said what you said, right? It's been done. I like her, but it's not like she'll say yes to me. We had to talk to each other outside the club, and sure, you're bright red. Now, I always guaranteed like she's gonna say, yeah, sure, why not? Am I? Sorry, I didn't intend to ask you out. It's just an offer since I figured out to go shopping for food. Like that's actually what it is, though. like unironically, that's what it is. But like, she only said that, and that's probably so we can get that achievement. And I don't want to seem like a bad host. I'm happy to pay for your meal if you want to go. Don't say that because you say that after the fact. Because if you say it before, then they're just gonna order whatever the fuck they want. It's the least I can do. It's so sweet of you. I think I've overstayed my welcome though. What? You just got here. Oh, so we didn't even fucking accomplish anything. Okay, so we're not gonna get the achievement now then? That'll be sometime later. If it's something I said then. It's all right. None of this is your fault. We're all just dealing with things that are out of our control. In a world like this, all you can do is hope that everything works out for you. Huh? I'm not sure I understand. Sometimes it's like Monica's problems are bigger than anything I can comprehend. I mean, it's not that. It's just well, it is that, but it's just that he doesn't know. Like you can like assuming like getting rid of the whole, sentience thing. Like if you're just in it, like let's say this is real life. If you're interacting with someone and they seem to have like their own problems that they're dealing with, they can be as big or small as they need. But if they put the priority and the emphasis on those problems, then it's going to seem like, oh, it's, this big thing. When in actuality, it could be something like smaller. like it's like, what's it called? It's inflating the problem. Or not necessarily inflating it, but inflating your perception of it. At least that's what it feels like sometimes. It's like you can't personally do anything for her. I don't know what this feeling is, but it's like all my actions are inconsequential. I mean, we make the decisions here. Well, sorry for taking up your time. I understand you must have better things to do than listen to me. Maybe next time something like this happens, I'll actually accept your invitation. Okay, so that's when we're gonna get that achievement. But right now, things are kind of tough for me. I hope you understand. I don't really, and every time we talk about stuff like this again, it becomes hard to comprehend. I'm probably not making much sense, am I? No, I think you are. Sorry if it feels that way, but you're probably right. It's just become more and more difficult for me with each passing day. I've probably said this before. If I have, forgive my terrible memory, but is there anything I can do? Anything at all? I know you might not think I'm the best person for that kind of thing, but I want to help. This does sound like a conversation we've had before, doesn't? I have no idea at this point. The circumstances were different, but well, the outcome will be the same, which means there's nothing for us to talk about. Sorry. The problems are my own. I don't want to concern you or anyone else about them, including Sayori. That's crazy talk. I hope you aren't feeling depressed like Sayori was, because if you are, and you have to let me know. Maybe I can't help as much as a professional could, but I can listen and I'll make you feel better. And again, part of this is being a good listener, right? Like, honestly, that's sometimes like the best thing you can be for someone, right? They're going through some shit and they just, like, not even if they need your advice, just someone to vent to, right? Just being there for that, like being a good listener, like honestly, like it is a really big like difference maker. Monica, there's clearly something bothering you. Remember when I told you I was a good listener? You can tell me what's on your mind. I can help you, or at least try to. Aha, now I definitely remember you saying that. Sounds like you leave without explaining anything. It's like, sorry, all right, I'm gonna head out. Thanks for the offer though. You're a really kind person, you know that? All right, thanks. I mean it. You don't know me, Yuri and Oski very well, but you're doing your best to help us, even if you don't realize it. Just been going to club meetings and doing what Sayori asked me. And that's the point. Is that really helping anybody? Maybe it's different from your perspective, but you're learning, aren't you? Learning? What happened today at Natsuki's? You know stuff you might not have before. Wait, that was today? So it's still today? Hold on. And the MC knows that the MC hasn't told Monica any of this. So from his perspective, she shouldn't like know of this. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Are you saying I was dense before? Haha, yes. I didn't intend to insult you or anything. It's meant that you become smarter, more aware, if you will. But I've already said too much. Monica, wait. Sorry. But I'm going to have to ask Sayori to make you forget that conversation we just had. Now he's like, what the fuck are you even talking about? To avoid our headache. He's like, make me forget what the fuck is going on. Now I really don't know what you're talking about. Goodbye. I'll see you on Monday. I'm probably stopping from exiting my house almost early. He's like, what the fuck is happening? I want to get her to explain what you mean, but that's but at the same time I can't. He's like, damn, I'm gonna have my memory wiped again. I rather don't want to. I should just leave it. There's no way I'll forget what she said to me anyway. Aside from that, my headache appears to be getting worse. He's like, oh god damn it. Maybe I can ask Sayori about this whole thing. At least talk to her about it. I don't really know if she'll listen, but it's worth a shot. She does love me. Then she'll listen to what I have to say, right? That reminds me of what Monica said before. I really didn't have anything I could cook with. It wasn't just fruits and vegetables. Maybe I could go to shops and buy. Are you kidding me? I finally make it to the local store. Teleport. As far as I can tell, there isn't anyone here except for me and the clerk. Okay, that's good. He's gonna get some cigarettes and tobacco. Those are the only things in English. Hey, they're really what's it called? Jesus, pandering to the tourists. Like they know what they're after. Like, let's see, Lucky Strike. It's pretty convenient for me since it means I can get what I want faster. Yeah. But not after much. Just some food to last me in our week. Like literal baseline survival sustenance. Maybe I'll buy some more fruits and vegetables in case Monica ever comes over again. Or no, you can just go to the cafe. Going through the house, it seems that everything is really cheap. That's good. In fact, almost everything in the store costs next to nothing. That's good. It is you buy a month's worth of food and spend close to nothing. When did the price get this cheap? When you weren't looking. Despite the temptation to waste all my money on a good deal, I decided to go for what I can carry home. I mean, that makes sense. He's not going to buy more than he can bring home. Since I'm here, I might as well get something for my hike too. Maybe there's clearance or something out there. Or because there's no way a small store like this could afford to have prices this low. But I get everything I need to. I head to the counter to pay. But before I can get to the counter, someone approaches me. I don't know who it is, but they look like they mean business. Natsuki's father. Oh my god, this literally is like, bruh. Okay, why didn't they just use the normal file sprite? Why did they use the fucking hey, hold on, I have a grip 6 belt too. That's what this guy has. But why did they give him a fucking tuxedo and like his bald ass head with purple eyes? Like they could have just in fucking like spiked chin. Like they could have just used the normal Natsuki file sprite. But I just find it kind of funny. Because you have like the same sprite, like, or you have the sprite that's used throughout a lot of the mods. Then behind closed doors has their own sprite, but it's still pretty similar. This one's just completely fucking different. And again, we know it's the sprite because hold on. Yeah, I saved right here. Main menu. Like if we go to achievements, like we see this here. So yeah, I mean, I wonder if we'll have a choice here though, because he's initiating the conversation with us. So maybe he saw us at Natsuki's and that's what this is about. Or it's just like a random interaction we're having with him. But I guess we'll see. The voice sounds oddly familiar. I mean, you're looking at the person. You look like you're familiar with this store. The fuck does that even mean? Like, my name is Yasuhiro. Oh, okay. He's like, do you want something from me? It's like, oh, I didn't ask. Why are you talking to me? That's why I called for your attention, isn't it? Okay. I want to know where you can purchase band-aids in here. Damn, I wonder what those band-aids are for. Band-aids? Yes, band-aids. I assume you heard me the first time. No, I didn't. That's why I asked. Now, if you direct me there, I'll be on my way. Who is this guy? Just give him the fucking band-aids. Why do I recognize his voice? Damn, I wonder why. Never mind. You're clearly useless. Now get out of my way, because we don't work at the fucking store, guy. It's a convenience store. You shouldn't have trouble finding anything. Like, that's his first issue. Like, he's having trouble finding something at a convenience mart. Like, if you can't navigate convenience mart, like, you've got issues. Like, of your own. Roughly shuffles past me. I almost dropped one carrying because of it. It's not really my business why he's looking for band-aids. Band-aids. The term band-aids. I'm kind of curious. Something tells me I should keep an eye on Yasuhiro. I don't think it's the last time I'm seeing him either. Well, we know it's not. After paying the small price at the counter, I head home. The grocery bags don't weigh that much, but it'll probably slow me down a little. So long as they don't rip and tear. One hour spend Saturday. First year gets to go to Natsuki's house. Gets me to go to Natsuki's house out of nowhere. Shouldn't be bad if and see what was in the closet. Again, we don't know what it was, like as the player. And that voice started coming from Natsuki's front door. Now that I think about it, could the person at the store be? That's impossible. The band-aids too. Whatever. This day was already weird to begin with. And Monica appears in my house out of nowhere. When I say out of nowhere, I was actually expecting her. I didn't do anything about it. She had to go to my room, wake me up. So I guess that was my fault. Still, to get home before it gets dark. I don't know what's in store for me tomorrow. I mean, he's already at home. I was just hoping it isn't as bad as what happened today. Before I can make a turn to my street, I'm stopped. Hi. Okay, I thought it was going to be Yasuhiro. Did you go shopping just then? Well, yeah. Can you take a guess as to why else I'd be carrying this? It's like, yeah. Oh, come on. It's just a simple question. You don't have to be a meanie about it. You're right. I'm sorry. Guess this headache's just getting the better of me. Your headache, eh? Oh, we never got pills for that. Maybe I can help with that. Help? I don't want to sound mean or anything, but I doubt talking to you is going to help me with my headache. He's like, weren't you supposed to wipe my memories at some point? And besides, I've already bought something from the shop for it. Oh, I was actually on my way to shops now. What for? To do some shopping, obviously. It's like, yeah, you fucking dumbass. You know what I meant. I know. It's fun messing with you sometimes. Well, it makes one of us. Sorry, I know wasting your time here isn't helping your headache. Well, I'll be on my way now. All right, Sayori. As I start walking, I suddenly remember Yasuhiro. Before I go, what is it? And then maybe this is what's going to sort of enable Sayori to actually start to be able to help Natsuki by telling her about our interaction. You probably don't know anything about it, but I feel like I've got to tell you. Come on, just say it. All right, all right. Do you know someone called Yasuhiro? Sayori paused for a moment and thinks. She looks away for a second, then smiles again. So that indicates that she does know. Nope. Why do you ask? I don't know. I guess I thought you know who that was. How would I know who that was? It's not like I know everything. She does now, but that's a shame. What made you ask me that anyways? I guess it was just a feeling. Maybe since you're the president of the literature club, you know. I mean, she literally does. That's literally the reason why. What does being president of the club have anything to do with about this Yasuhiro person? Thinking back on what I just said, he's like, I have no idea why I just said that. It does seem that those two have literally no correlation. Now I'm wondering why I asked her that in the first place. I don't know. Sorry for bothering you, Sayori. That's okay. No need to be sorry. And again, another indication that the cracks are starting to show. He's starting to like the information is starting to leak through. He's starting to regain his memories, his sentience. It's probably just your headache acting up. I should probably look into that. Again, you should. What was that last thing you just said? Nothing. See you later. Bye, Sayori. Sayori quickly runs away from me. I don't know why, but I get the feeling she's probably trying to stop me asking questions. No, that's probably just my imagination. She already told me she doesn't know anything. It's not like she has a reason to lie to me. I'm just going to head home and take this headache medicine. Tomorrow will be a better day. Good to know. Oh, just cut to black. All right. It's almost the end of the weekend. Okay. And then this Sayori speaking to us, the player. At least know a little bit about Yasuhiro. That's good. I mean, we're pretty much doing everything we can at this point. We're on the right track. We've made all the correct decisions so far. I have to wonder why he was asking me about him though. Why would he ask me something like that? Because he was curious. And again, that relates to his club president comment. Did you make him do that? No. The only thing I made him do the last choice I fucking had was this. So yeah. No, I don't think you did. I would have known if you actually had a choice. Is he just becoming more aware of what's going on? Yeah. I mean, everyone is. I don't know why it's happening. But I do have my suspicions. It's the fucking book that he never got rid of. He still hasn't gotten rid of it. Monica told me everything I needed to know yesterday. Well, the parts you saw anyway. I didn't fucking see what was in the closet. Or I guess she's referring to all the rooms. But I just still don't know what's in the closet. At least I think she did. You might have to learn more about Natsuki's head. I want to know what's in the closet. If I ask him to do it then. Well, and you might get suspicious. Still, it's worth a shot. I mean, yeah, I tried something different for the events that happened wait, what? I tried something different for the events that happened when I made it today. I'm still getting used to the future vision thing, but I just want to know what's in the closet. I just hope it works. Today is really important for the play tomorrow. Okay, and then that play is Natsuki's play. So yeah, I hope everyone finishes reading the book. I wonder what chapter it'll be on. And then again, clearly we'll have choices during the play, and maybe Yuri will be part of it. We'll see. We haven't seen her since. I haven't made tomorrow yet because I need to wait for today to happen. I just hope there's enough to work with so that Natsuki ends up okay. You may not know this, but I was going through Yasuhiro's memories too. Okay, and all I need to know is what's in the closet. Like I said before, whenever you use strawberry, there's this area of the game that just opens up. Okay, so that was from this. That was from our choices going around Natsuki's house. When you ate the last one, there was this completely new part that opened up, a part of his memory that just wasn't there before. So a glimpse into him. And well, let's say I have a different view on Yasuhiro from what I had originally. So again, because we know at some point there's achievement for reuniting their family. So he clearly isn't just a purely bad person, if that's, an option. He's gone through a lot to become the person he is today. He used to be a bad person until Haruki left, and that's her mother. That's his wife's name. Then if she left, then what's in the closet? She was his world, almost literally. Then what's in the closet? I didn't realize it until it was too late. He made a lot of mistakes, but we all make mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes too. If I didn't, we'd all already be living a happy life. Should have done better, right? And again, now this is Sayori starting to doubt herself as well. I feel kind of guilty deleting the closet in Natsuki's house from his memory. Wait, she did that? Okay, so now we're never going to fucking figure out what was in there, but that was clearly the right choice as well. So I know it's not the best way to deal with it, but I guess what's done is done. He's going to find out about it again anyway. And it's not like you can go back and tell me what to do, right? Because I don't fucking know. Imagine if you could. Is it actually telling us to do that? Right from the moment I became president. Because no, this isn't an option. Because here's the thing. We would have to go all the way back to the fucking beginning. Or no, we would have to go back into the pre-mod to fucking do that. Like, there's no way this is actually what we're supposed to do. There's no way this is telling us to do that. Suppose there's not really a point going on about it. Because there are some meta references where it tells us to do it. Yeah, you can go back and tell me what to do. Like, right from the moment. Yeah, that's in the pre-mod. Like, that's back in the pre-mod. So we physically cannot go back there. I'll be seeing you. Like, it's not telling us to do that. Yesterday said today would be a better day. I can already feel it after getting rain this morning. Today is going to be. Suddenly there's a knock on the door. Wow, I wonder who it could be. Someone's at my door, all right. It's probably Sayori. I'm not about to let her ruin my good mood, though. Hey, it's not very nice. That was internal monologue. Like, this is the second time. But first it was Monica blundering. Now it's Sayori. What? Why would I ruin your good mood? Oh, you heard that? You're such a meanie. Sorry, Sayori. Was that not internal monologue? That was. I don't know why the MC doesn't question that. It's been a while since I felt like this. Like what? I don't know. Energized? What? Never mind. What are you doing here? I know Sayori and I are a couple. But sometimes I just want some time to myself in the morning. Yeah, he just wants to sleep. Still, she woke up early to tell me something, so it's probably a good idea to listen. Besides, it's not like she wants me to go to Natsuki's house again. I bet that's exactly what she's going to tell him. Well, I want you to go to Natsuki's house again. Wow, what a surprise. You're kidding, right? Nope. Is there any particular reason to go to her house again? I didn't exactly have much planned today, except going to the mall, but visiting Natsuki again? It's important. Besides, were you curious about this Yasuhiro guy? Yeah. What is going to Natsuki's house have to do with that? And why are you helping me? You don't even know him. That's what you think. It's what I know. You don't even know what he looks like. And I only told you about him yesterday. Well, she knows the name, so she can put together a name. Like, he's assuming he doesn't just know him already, or she doesn't just know him already. Sorry, I know I sound a bit mean, but I was a bit skeptical. Maybe I'm going crazy. It's okay. I don't want to ruin your day. I'll go to Natsuki's house today. If you really think I'll learn more about Yasuhiro there. So that's good. So maybe if he isn't skeptical of Yasuhiro, if he doesn't go through all the rooms of her house, then maybe we don't end up going to her house and we don't get that extra interaction. But again, that's really skeptical. I have absolutely no idea. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. Does Natsuki know him? Well, you could say that they're pretty close. So the answer is yes. You'll see what I mean. Don't forget to finish reading the manga and write a poem for tomorrow. Why do we have to write a poem for tomorrow? Last time we had a play, it's pretty important to just do it okay. It means to write a good poem. That's what it means. Right now you need to go to the mall. How'd you? See you later. Okay, so we're going to the mall first, then Natsuki's house. And just like that, she's gone. Did I mention Yasuhiro to her before yesterday? Nope. Don't think I did. He didn't even know him before yesterday. So what's gotten her so interested in him all of a sudden? It is a really big issue, I guess. She probably just wants to help me out since I seemed so intent on it yesterday. Anyway, I actually didn't intend on going to the mall for another hour. Since I'm already outside, I might as well start going there. I mean, you might as well. Leaving this early will get me there before a lot of people show up. Maybe I could go to the arcade or something. And then this is actually the same mall CG from Jesus, what's the mod? Longer Roads. And then it was Monica's route on Longer Roads, I believe. I arrive at the mall a few minutes after the first few shops opened up. So perfect timing. Looking around the mall, it seems quite empty because it's literally just open. This is to be expected when you get here this early. The mall isn't exactly close to my house, but I thought I'd get here before everyone else does to avoid traffic. Just left wandering inside the mall, looking for anything that catches my eye. It all seems to be rather boring. The arcade is usually one of the places where I go if I ever went to the mall. They have all sorts of random games there, and I haven't really fully explored it. It's like every time I go there, there's always something new. Wow. Isn't actually open right now since it's a Sunday. The second place I usually go to the mall is probably the anime and manga retailer. Wow, I wonder what we'll do there. They sell things at a reasonable price and always have the latest stuff when it comes out. I don't really have any money, but it's some nice. This person, the MC is literally saying he doesn't have money, and he was surprised by like how cheap this stuff was at the convenience store. He's like, I've got so much money, all this stuff looks cheap. Like inconsistency. Okay, I've never seen this CG before. Never noticed how big the mall is until now. Is he lost? From the arcade to the store, Jesus. From the arcade to the store, like it's a good 5-minute walk. Remember, I had to go to the second option before because of how little I've visited the mall, but I'm now only realizing how big this place is. Once I get to the store, I just look around. There's no one else here except me and the person at the counter. I vaguely recognize him from all the times I've been here before. Is it Yasuhiro? There doesn't seem to be much that caught my eye here. I swear to God, please let it be Yasuhiro. This is his day job. There's some new season of anime I kind of watch and a bunch of manga I don't really have any interest in. This is good that I don't have much money since there's nothing here I really want to buy. How is this man talking about not having money? Goodbye to the clerk, but just as I'm about to leave, I notice something. The manga that Sayori got us. It isn't in stock yet. Well, she got it. Kind of curious about it. Seeing as I already have a copy, and so does everyone else in the club. I decided to ask the clerk about, hey, do you know what's up with the sweet oppression? Please, I want it to be Yasuhiro so bad. What do you mean? I already have a copy of it, but it says game released next week. Huh? You do? Where'd you get it from? One of my friends gave it to me. I'm only borrowing it, but do you know how your friend got it? She was kind of vague about it. Why do you want to know? The public release of it is next week, but a very select number of people are given a special early copy ahead of time. Apparently, it's really good, so that's how she got it. God, I was hoping the clerk would be Yasuhiro. However, it does seem to be leaning towards good. Your friend's pretty lucky. What do you mean? She must have won a competition or something to get an early copy. Actually, she got 4. Even more so then. I'm kind of jealous. You get to brag to people that you've read it a week before they did. That's not really something I brag about. It is a pretty minor thing. Clerk leans forward from his counter. Hey, kid. Yeah? You're a pretty lucky guy. How so? You have friends like that. Friends who would share something special, even if it's just a minor thing with you. I never really thought about it like that. Who the hell is this clerk guy? Why are they giving him an actual story? He isn't important to me, but you should count your blessings. I'm just some random guy you see sometimes. What do I know, right? You do make some good points. Anyway, should get going. You sure you don't want to buy anything? All the stuff in that area is at least 20% off. Clerk points to the corner of the store, filled with the store manga and anime. I've actually been in a place, and most stuff there isn't that great. No thanks. I know you're just trying to do your job, but the stuff there isn't exactly great. You got me. See you whenever. Bye, kid. Please, we need to see the clerk at least one more time before the mod ends. He's like one of those side characters in the mod that just make the mod better. Like, what was the fucking, I can't remember the character in Jesus. I don't even remember which mod it was, but I don't know. The good mood that I have is still young and strong. I can't help but think about what the clerk said though. I love my life in Sayori, and I don't treat her like it should sometimes. Maybe I should tell her that I appreciate her. Maybe she will probably enjoy that. And again, we know Sayori's arc is next, so it's not like she can hear right now. She can. I'll keep it in mind. So Sayori still knows. This time, I think the arcade's actually open, but something's telling me I should go to the far end of the mall. Never actually been there. Probably should. That's probably where Yasuhiro is. It's not like the mall's that big anyway. I guess I'll let my curiosity get the better of me. I'll go to the far end of the mall. The walk is longer than I thought. Must have been walking for a solid 10 minutes before I actually reached the back of the mall. Where I can see it looks like there's an ocean, or maybe what the fuck is he talking about? I had no idea that the mall was near any sort of bar. That's why I'm like, what are you talking about? How did I not notice these sorts of things before now? I go through the doors and head to the outside of the mall. What is he talking about? Or actually, hold on. This CG is in Jesus Christ. It's also in Longer Roads, but it's in Yuri's route, I believe. Yeah, we've seen this CG before. I'm grieved by what seems to be some sort of harbor. I realized just how much I didn't know existed from one place. I always just saw the mall as a place to go for shopping, for stuff I couldn't get at the local store, or as a place to go play games I didn't have at home. I should probably explore this place a little, while there's still only a few people. Last thing in my mind is visiting the arcade. Doing this could be an interesting for a change. After exploring the harbor for a couple of minutes, I find myself taken back by just how much I've been missing out on. The world seems much more open now. It's like my eyes have been opened. Third eye? Whatever that means. I find a secluded spot with a bench at it. The only sound I can hear is the crashing of waves and some ducks quacking. I should have brought some bread or something. I hear a familiar voice coming from behind me. Huh? Who's there? The fuck are you talking about? Like, we did they not see the MC walk up to the bench, sit down, start talking? And it's coming from behind him as well. So, like, why are they surprised? Is it Yasuhiro or someone we know? It's Yuri. Oh, it is Yuri. Okay, and then again, this is the I'm funny enough because I'm pretty sure this was the CG in her route for long roads. But again, this is the first time we've seen her since the incident. So, Yuri, is that you? Raymond, how'd you find me here? We didn't. We just you found us here. I guess I just stumbled upon you. You weren't looking for me? No, he didn't even know this place existed. I was just exploring the harbor. I see. Yuri takes a seat next to me on the bench. She appears to be carrying a small bag with her. So what are you doing here? Yuri looks at her bag. Exploring as well. Is there a knife in there? And feeding the ducks? No, I was just thinking of doing that. It is a peaceful thing to do, isn't it? Just watching the ducks do their own thing. Yeah. Well, you're here. I want to say something to you. Your turns towards me. What is it? Even if we aren't together. Together? 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 You didn't know I had a crush on you, right? Sure. Thinking back on it, the way Yuri's acted before did give signs. She was a bit nervous or something if I didn't realize that. Suppose I saw some of the signs? Well, it isn't really important anymore. Not really the right person for you. Yuri, it's okay. So I learned to accept that we're never going to be together. Heard that first, but I think we know a way to cope. Is it a healthy way? I feel like you need to apologize. Is it a healthy way, though? You shouldn't. You did nothing wrong. It's probably my personality that drove you away from me. Or maybe my appearance? Either way, it didn't really matter. I looked towards the bag Yuri's holding. It doesn't seem special or anything. How about you open the bag and let's check what's inside there? What does raise some concerns is why can see on our sleeve. It's like a red liquid of some sort. Damn, I wonder what that is. Could it be? Hey, Yuri. Yes? Does your coping... Jesus Christ. We really doing this shit? Oh my God. So is she cured or what? Are we done with Yuri's arc? Are her problems solved or what? Clearly not. But I'm making my way home after my day at the mall. It was a pretty nice coincidence that Yuri was there. I talked a little bit before I had to go. It was pretty enjoyable at the time, exploring a bit of the mall though. It's a shame it didn't last longer. I'm home now. It looks like there's still time to visit Natsuki. Good. Something tells me I should bring my bag for me at Natsuki's house. What did he get? Like, what bad? I don't recall him getting anything. Sarah did say something about visiting her to find out more about Yasuhiro, right? Why am I so invested in finding out more about him? I don't find him particularly interesting, but is it because of the familiar voice? I mean, clearly, even the MC should deduce that he's your father at this point. Still wondering where I heard from him. My memory isn't being clear. And that's from, again, when he was at Natsuki's house. Or when he was at Natsuki's house prior. We should probably head over to Natsuki's house now before it gets dark. Besides, I still have to read the manga after going to Natsuki's house. Determined to keep up my good mood, though. For that experience in the mall, I'm pretty much ready for whatever's coming. There's no way going to Natsuki's house. Going to ruin what I'm feeling. I bet that's what's going to happen, and I should probably open another save. There we go. At least I hope so. Let's see. Back at her house. I get to Natsuki's house pretty quickly. I remembered her address and typed it in a map online to give me better directions. So not just using a map. It was faster than Sayori's directions that she gave me on an actual map by a solid 10 minutes. That says something Sayori would mess up. But I guess her clumsiness won't make her such a good friend for me, as well as an interesting girlfriend. So I approach the house. There's a feeling of despair, I think, coming from it. Damn, he's just starting to have like a fucking sixth sense. Clear. We know who that despair belongs to. And Yasuhiro is probably home too. So yeah, we can only put two and two together. That definitely wasn't there yesterday. It's almost getting the better of my good mood. Why am I in such a good mood anyway? It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. I ring the doorbell at Natsuki's house again. This time a male voice answers. It sounds really familiar. Who is it? Got a delivery for... The fuck is he talking about? What bag? Suddenly the door opens. I'm greeted by a strong smell of alcohol. You, Yasuhiro. Hey, he has your delivery. Why are you so upfront hostile? It's the person I met at the store yesterday, Yasuhiro. He's now starting to put two and two together. He's now realizing. It's like, whoa, who's at the door? None of your business, Natsuki. But Dad, go to your room. Natsuki's voice is gone after he says that. I wonder where she went to. Yasuhiro's Natsuki said, wow, no one could have anticipated that. That doesn't make any sense. How did Sayori know this? What does he mean it doesn't make sense? If anything, he should just be like, oh, that's why I should have realized that. He's like, no, this doesn't make sense. You're the one from the store, right? Yeah. We're here to deliver your package. What are you talking about? The useless one couldn't tell me where the band-aids were. Yeah, we have your band-aids right here. Well, I end up finding them. No thanks to you. I can barely say a word because of how shocked I am. Not even if my good mood is going to help me here. And you work as a delivery boy? Yeah. We have your band-aids right here. A fantastic someone like you, I'm sure. I mean, what does he work as? That's actually interesting. I was really hoping he'd be the store clerk. What needed to be delivered? Band-Aids? Well, I remember the copy of Sweet Impression Theory gave me. Looks brand new, so that could pass as delivery, right? It doesn't really look like I have a choice, but it's a book for a Natsuki, a manga, I assume. I don't know what that is, sir. Of course you don't. He's MC's like, I don't know what you mean. Well, I hand it over. I'm afraid I can't do that, sir. Why not? I was given explicit instructions to give it to Natsuki only. Give me that. Yasuhiro reaches for a manga and take a step back. Sir, that's assault. He's like, sir, I'm afraid I can't, sir. I tried to say that as confidently as possible. Hopefully that was enough. I don't really know much about laws. He's like, I probably should have taken a law course, but that sounds like something I saw from an anime once. Messing with me is a bad idea, kid. We have no idea who he is. Which mod was he, like the chief of police or something? Was that wasn't fucking Jesus Christ, Exit Music. That wasn't Exit Music. That one, or that was just Deadbeat. One of the mods, he was like and I know in Behind Closed Door, or no, it's in Summer Hope is when her father's the doctor, because he has the whole, the whole other reason for treating Natsuki like the way he does. But in one of the other mods, it may be on Behind Closed Doors, her dad's the chief. No, I don't think so. I don't even remember which one. I think it was a different one. I don't remember which mod. One of the mods, he was like the chief of police or something. But that's like the only one where, that's the only one where he would actually have any sort of power or authority. Geez, I don't remember which one that would be. I don't seemingly know where a police car parks on the street. Yasuhiro notices this as well as size. What the fuck? Is he just like under constant surveillance? You're lucky. Natsuki, come down here. From inside, you can hear footsteps getting closer to the door. Natsuki appears next to her father. Raven, Yasuhiro turns back and looks at Natsuki. You know this person? I signal for Natsuki to deny. Really, all I'm doing is waving my hand, shaking my head. I hope she understands. No? Of course I don't know. Why would I? What you said sounded like a name. Doesn't matter. He says he can only deliver this manga to you specifically. Oh? Right, I ordered this. You didn't tell me? Sorry, Dad. Yasuhiro sighs loudly. Well, I'll take your delivery. You know what to do with it. What's coming up? If I remember this. He's like, I'm going to ministry. And if I remember what I'm going to do, I'm going to fucking beat your ass. Natsuki beat Yasuhiro basically. What was that last part? Right. Do I need to sign anything? Natsuki looks at me worriedly. Look back at her with a nervous expression. Yes, apologies, ma'am. Reach in my bag and pull out a random piece of paper and a pen. Yasuhiro would be intoxicated or something if you didn't realize this was fake. Wait, did that smell of alcohol mean he actually is drunk? Yeah, that's literally what he is. I hand Natsuki a pen and paper, or the pen, and let the paper rest on my bag. Sign here. Okay. Natsuki signs a piece of paper I gave her, taking a closer look at it. It was actually some homework they had to do over the weekend. What matters is the message she gave us. Natsuki's signature will be something hard to explain. It's not going to be her signature. It's going to be a fucking message, dumbass. I guess she's got some hard to explain to do with this delivery. Here's her book. I hand over my copy of the manga Sayori gave us. She looks at me with a shocked expression. I feel the same too. I haven't even finished reading it. So he's going to be mad. That doesn't matter at this point. Whatever. You know what to do with the Natsuki. I'm going back to watching TV. Natsuki waits a few minutes to make sure Yasuhiro is gone before saying anything. Man, what the hell are you doing here? Sayori told me to visit. And do you do everything Sayori tells you to do? Yeah. You can. Natsuki stops for a second. When she realizes how loudly she's talking, she begins speaking in a soft voice, almost whispering. You make up your own mind too, you know. I know, but why do you keep doing stupid stuff like this? It's hard to explain. I guess I was just curious. What? Why? Hurry up, Natsuki. You come inside. Why? Just do it, but quietly. And Dad's drunk, so he probably won't notice you. You're the one who came here. You're curious, right? I suppose. Just hurry up. All right. Step inside our home once again. Are we going to get more opportunities to explore? Natsuki signals for me to be quiet. I'm heading to your room now. Yeah. Yasuhiro turns up the television volume. And then again, so his room is the shared room with his mother. Follow me to my room, okay? Or his wife, her mother. Right. She quietly goes upstairs and I follow behind her. And he can just go out the back. Before going to her room, she opens up one of the doors. Stay here. Natsuki steps inside for a few seconds and comes out without the manga. Where'd the manga go? I'll explain once you get to my room. And we're back here. Let's see. Why do I keep clicking auto? All right. See, that was close. Close from what? From leaning to another. You know what? Never mind. You wanted to know where the manga went? I guess so. I left it in my dad's room with the rest of them. What? Why? Because, Natsuki thinks for a moment. I'd rather not tell you. What's the big deal anyway? Well, I haven't finished reading it. Sayori told me to go here again today, so I assumed that we would read again. Are you kidding? How lazy are you? Huh? Why haven't you finished reading it already? I mean, I finished it right after you left yesterday, because we've had shit to do. Can't believe you. Natsuki runs through her desk. Here. She offers me a copy of the first volume of manga Sayori gave us. Is this your copy? Well, yeah, but Sayori's going to be mad at you if you don't finish reading it, right? I mean, she already finished reading it, so there's what's she going to do with it? And I've already finished it. So, yeah, like he's making it seem as though this is a big deal, but it makes sense. It's better if you take it. Thank you, Natsuki. And because she literally has his copy here, just in her dad's room. So I didn't do this for you. It was for Sayori. He didn't do this for you. He did this for himself. See, I'm sure Sayori appreciates you helping me. She better. Natsuki suddenly turns away. I don't want to pry, but what's with your dad? Huh? What do you mean? I don't know. He seems kind of rude. Does he treat everyone like me? Like you? I saw him at the store yesterday. You did? Yeah, he said he was looking for band-aids. He did? And again, there she's crying. But again, we know why. Because that was the one thing the MC noticed or mentioned the previous time we visited, or the time prior we visited, like all the band-aids. It looks like Natsuki's trying not to cry, so he still wants to mock me. The point is, he was kind of rude about the whole thing. Like, he asked me where he could find them. While I was thinking, he just called me useless. He, for all I know, he could just be having a bad week or something. Still, I'd like to know if it's really just a bad week or if he's usually like that. Why do you want to know? You don't seem to act anything like him. Yes, I do. Well, at least I can tell with you that you aren't serious, but with him, why are you so interested in my dad anyway? Do I even know the real reasons why I'm so interested in him? Because he hasn't fucking known him before, so like he just wants to get to know him. I don't think I do. It's just curiosity, I guess. Ever since I met him at the store yesterday, he just seemed like a person that stands out. That probably doesn't make any sense, but no, I think it does. Natsuki sighs. You want to know the truth? He hasn't been having a bad week. He's been having a bad life. So he's been having a bad year. A bad year? I'm the only one here who lives with him. You've noticed that, right? It's a big house, but I'm the only one here apart from him. And again, the MC apparently has memories wiped of whatever's in the closet. We still don't know what's in the closet. So he used to be a better person. That's hard to believe. I know. He doesn't treat me very well lately. He blames me for everything bad that happens in his life ever since mom left. So she's not in the closet. She's not dead. So we don't know what's in the fucking closet. But that's me. But he isn't a killer, right? Sorry for assuming. She just left him because of the things he did. He get drunk every so often. My mom's patience only lasts so long, and one day she just had enough. She left in the middle of the night when my dad was passed out downstairs. What made her leave that night? I don't know. Whatever the fuck was in the closet, probably. You don't have to tell me if you really don't want to. No. Something tells me I should. It's really hard to. Not she tries to hold back more tears, but a steady stream falls from her eyes. There was something in the closet my mom found. And it's still there. The MC has memories wiped of it. What we need to know is the player, or we want to know is the player. I want to know, closet. It's a closet in my dad's room, and inside there's what is it? Tell me. I don't know if it's still there. Just fucking tell me. We know it's still there. I just want to know what it is. But it was something really important to my mom. Natsuki, if you can't or don't want to tell me, I can't understand. I want to fucking know. No. Natsuki takes a deep breath. I'll tell you. When my parents got married, they were given a gift. What sort of gift? The sort of gift that is irreplaceable, one of a kind. I want to know what it fucking is. Just tell me. It was made specifically for two of them. Tell me. Even a whole room dedicated at once. And that's the so that gift is the empty room. Like so that isn't the beating room like is the case in Behind Closed Doors. That was specifically for whatever gift they had. That was what the empty room's for. But now it's just empty. Except, no, never mind. What was the gift made of? The blood. See, it was a portrait of the two of them. Okay, so it was. Okay, that's interesting. Then what the fuck did he do to it? That's the question. Because, like, if obviously it's the portrait, but what the fuck happened to it in the closet? We need the whole picture, right? That's it. I understand the importance of it, but this doesn't explain why your mom left. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I want to know what fucking happened to it. My dad, he was really drunk that night because he recently got fired from his last job. He got fired for being a fucking dumbass. He was a metal worker or something like that. So that's what the what's it called? So that actually is legit what the metallic smells. It's not blood. It's actually a metal. Why did he get fired? I don't know. But the point is he brought all of his work to the room since there wasn't any space anywhere else. I have no idea what happened in the room afterwards, but their wedding portrait was just ruined. I've only seen it twice since then. And there's actual blood scattered everywhere on the portrait. And the whole thing just doesn't look anything like it did before. Okay. So it's actual blood then. Then where the fuck is so whose blood is that? Where did it come from? And then what's all the metal shit? Like, I think there was even some random drawings in it, like a fist or an eye or something. After my dad was finished, she just passed out on the couch downstairs. Mom saw what happened. I guess that was the last straw. How do you know all of this? Couldn't sleep. There was bottles of alcohol being thrown everywhere and lots of yelling from mom and dad. I kept the door open that night just to see if anything bad would happen. And she just came out crying from the room. She didn't even come check on me at night. I just saw her go to the room, collect a few things, and leave. So I want to see what the actual fucking portrait looks like. She was crying the whole time. I don't think she was just leaving me in bed. And again, so the blood quite possibly her mother's, because that's not like what the actual metal is. And presumably, that's the blood in the empty room. But also, again, the whole metal thing, that's probably after the fact. What happened next? We both saw what happened to the portrait, and we waited a day, a week. I even tried calling her and her friends to try and find out where she went. They couldn't find out anything. All the while, we kept trying to fix the portrait room, but instead it just got worse. That was the second time I saw a portrait. It looked more demonic. Okay, so then he started fucking with it. Demonic? I don't know. It just gave off that feeling. It was all red. There were a bunch of eyes or something everywhere. So that's some Yuri type shit. After a whole month of waiting, he gave up. He started blaming me for her leaving. I didn't even do anything. He started treating me worse and worse. And eventually, he'd start punishing me for the simplest things. Punish? How? Punish by beating. Wall-to-wall counseling. Simple stuff at first. He'd take my mom away from me. Then it got worse. He started beating me. Okay, that's a pretty big jump inside the room where the portrait used to be. So that was then it's probably her mother's blood on the portrait, and then the blood in the empty room is hers. And so multi-blood spill. Why didn't you tell anyone? Call the police or something. I can't. I can't. Is he stopping you? No, it's just because he's the last family she has. Like, that's the point. Because, like, it's not that there's anything physically stopping him. He didn't, like, cut the fucking cables or anything. Like, this is the point. Like, because here's the thing, right? When it comes to abuse and, like, violence, like, the victims oftentimes, it's not a physical barrier. It's mental. Because oftentimes, it's not just physical, right? The abuse, the violence isn't just physical, but it's also psychological. Because he's the last family she has. Like, so... Like, and again, she knows that he wasn't always that way. So would she really be willing to, like, basically just send him off forever? Like, that's the dilemma there. It's not that. I still love him. But he's a terrible person. He's blaming you for things you had no part of. He's the only family I've got left. Yeah, that's the whole point. I can't stand to lose him as well. So he finally stops holding back the tears. Okay, I grab him for to embrace. I'm gonna end it here. I just wanted to learn what actually was in the closet, and I'm hoping if we get a chance to explore the house again, we can actually see the damn thing. I'm hoping there's an actual visual, but again, we'll see. So yeah, I've got nothing else. So yep, that's it for this one. See you in the next one.